on YouTube as well. Oh my days. What?
All right. Ooh, okay. Is this After
Where's the
Effects?
poster?
I'm
looking for the poster.
I think this is it.
That is the poster.
Whoa!
That looks sick.
Whoa.
Man. I like that.
Never
I
seen
like it,
anything
I like
like that. Never seen anything. That's mad. I thought it was gonna be a poster. Man holding up and running with it down the street or something like that. That's the motion.
Welcome, ladies and gents. Yes, every single one of you that has viewed and the new people who are viewing Chatterbox right now, this might be my favorite episode so far because not only are we doing a trailer reaction as we usually do and a poster reaction as we usually do, interview with the people who made the film and are starring in the film. Do you know how exciting that is? This is big news, Chatterbox people. This is big. So please, again, as you've always done, remember to like, subscribe, and comment because this is the episode you've been waiting for.
तकनीकी खराबी के कारण फ्लाइट संख्या 815 जिसमें 250 मरने वालों की संख्या बढ़कर 70 हो चुकी है.
Whatever's happening is happening all over the world.
Crazy Boys Entertainment.
Whoa. These drone shots
Good
are
morning, Mr.
beautiful.
Manohar. आपसे निवेदन
Yeah.
है कि आप अपनी सीट पर बैठ जाएं ताकि हम उड़ान के लिए प्रस्थान करें.
मैं अपनी कुर्सी पर विराजमान हो चुका हूं कप्तान साहब, बट डोंट ओवर स्पीड. आजकल वैसे भी क्रैशेस बहुत हो रहे हैं.
So they have money. They have money.
Yeah. It's a businessman, isn't it? Oh,
Sanyal,
They have money.
शर्मा, can you hear me?
बताओ क्या
Hold
कीमत है
on,
मेरी जिंदगी की.
बोलो. अरे बोल, God damn it, open the door.
दुनिया का
Where did
सबसे
they
इम्पोर्टेंट
go?
प्लेन आपकी एयर स्पेस से गायब हो गया है और आपकी टीम इतने आराम से काम कर रही है.
Whoa.
किडनैप
hang on, is the plane still flying?
जिंदा चला देता, पैसे
Yeah.
भी नहीं लगते, बॉम्ब से उड़ा
He's
देता,
seriously
पर
on that
नहीं,
plane on his own.
फ्रस्ट्रेट करना है.
That's madness, you know. That's a proper setup, isn't it?
के लिए
That
टिकट
is- that is-
और इस पॉइंट पर फिनिक्स रेडार से गायब हो गया. इसका
I
मतलब
like
हमारा
the
प्लेन
tech.
ऑफ कोर्स होकर समंदर की तरफ ड्रिफ्ट हो गया.
Yeah, I'm enjoying that.
Oh.
What just happened?
ये प्लेन गायब
What
नहीं
just
हुआ,
happened?
गायब किया गया. तुझे प्लेन में डाल के 30,000 फीट पे तेरी चिता जलाएंगे.
Whoa. My man is calm. My man is calm.
आज मरने का मूड नहीं है. लगता है शक्तिमान बना के छोड़ेंगे.
Landing in cinemas, boy.
Wow, what an action-packed trailer. That had me on the edge of my seat. I really can't wait to find out what happens in this film. I'm excited. I hope all of you lot are as excited as we are. Today we have the director, Suraj, and we have the main actor. Yes, that guy that you saw trapped in that plane and you were scared for his life. He is here with us. We have Mohit as well. So can we get a round of applause for our two wonderful guests? So I think the question that everyone wants to know is, how did you two meet? How did this collaboration come about?
So, not many people know, Suraj and me were a part together of a talent hunt for actors in India, which was televised on Z. And this is what, 2004?
2004.
Yeah.
Okay, to be very clear, I accidentally landed upon it. I didn't intend to become one.
Keep saying that. I don't agree with him. So that's when we first met, and I think our first interaction was very much like Suraj. Not many people know he's a great dancer. In fact, our friends know, but the world around doesn't know he's a great dancer. He was a choreographer, and so I used to go to him again and again, asking him for advice on how to better the way I'm dancing. You know, the typical Hindi film industry dancing on Hindi songs and stuff like that. So that's when we started going, and then post that, I think we've been ever since together.
That
Okay,
is
I'm going
fantastic.
to, yeah, but it sounds, we are happily married with separate women, but we're still together.
That film, that trailer, sorry, because I haven't seen the film yet, but the trailer gave me anxiety. And you two basically made it. So how did you prepare for such a anxious, thrilling role? I mean, you wake up and there is nobody on the plane. That's my biggest fear. So how did you guys prepare for all of that?
Okay, so that's my biggest fear too. So I'm a paranoid flyer to start with, and he had a live living example throughout for many years. Whenever we've traveled together, Mohit knows for a fact that when we're taking off and when we are landing, I need somebody to hold my hand and tell me that we are going to make it every single time. He's made umpteen number of videos of me while I'm getting paranoid and sitting on the seat and going crazy all over, and they've been laughing at it. And I think that's enough paranoia to actually work with in terms of preparation for the role.
I think we need to make that video go viral now, considering he's the director of a film called Flight.
It's true.
Yeah, send it to us. Send it to us. We'll post it. Were there any films out there that inspired you when you were making this film? Were there any films that you saw as a reference point that says, I like what they did there and I would like to try that kind of style within my film?
I want to take this one.
Okay.
This is an original film, to be very honest.
Yeah.
We've heard a lot of comments out there, and we've read a lot of comments. A few journalists in India also have written that this is inspired by The Captain, this is inspired by such and such film and such film. No, that's not true. Inspiration is a separate thing completely, so I'm not getting there. I just want to clarify one thing. It's a purely original story, and this story has a story behind it. Like I was saying earlier, we've been running this company called Crazy Boys since a long time. The idea was always to make a film, always to make content and feature films. One day an idea struck me where I was going to drop my wife to a Kathak class, and an idea struck me about a guy stuck in a lift, and it would be interesting, and somebody's playing him and stuff like that is happening. It would be an interesting film to make. Something that's not been attempted in at least India before. And I rushed up to him, and our man here, I rushed to his place. He was chilling. I narrated the idea to him. He said, let's do this. And we started writing it. But we got so stuck because the kind of films that we have loved when you talk about inspiration are entertaining films. You need to be on the edge of it. You need to have fun when you go into a cinema hall or a theater where you're actually, you forget about what baggage you're carrying in your personal life. So, unfortunately, we were not being able to crack it. And one day when our man here was having his cup of tea and we were just sitting outside our own office, he said, let's put him in a plane. It'll be more fun.
As you do.
I got scared. I got scared, not for any other reason, but thinking about finances and how will we put this damn plane up together. Well, the toughest aspect of it was to make a film without having the money to make such a big budget film. That was the toughest aspect, because our imaginations do run wild, which is showing clearly in the theatrical trailer. Everybody is called us over imaginative, but before we get to that, we have put in a lot of logic. A lot of research has gone into this film. We are not saying we've not taken something called cinematic liberty, but yeah, most of it has been done keeping certain logics, and a lot of research has gone into this.
Surprisingly, you said budget was the most difficult thing, but you was filming this in the pandemic. How was that? Was that not difficult for you guys, or was it just kind of like, okay, there was a few changes and then it was like a normal day?
No, it was not during the pandemic that we shot this film. If you realize, what we have always maintained and said, in a film with 1,657 shots, 1,132 shots went into VFX and CGI. So this film was shot before the pandemic, and it took us a decent amount of time to do the CGI and VFX.
During the pandemic, we were doing post-production for most of the video.
So how long was the span of the film from when you started, it got greenlit, to basically when it finished, production wrapped up? How long was it?
See, there's nothing called greenlit here. We had to make the film. We had to put in our own money.
Okay.
We had to
Wow.
so there was nothing about getting a project greenlit. We liked the script. And when we were happy with the script, we said, let's shoot it.
And to be very
I love
honest, we
that.
timed it in terms of this is the time by which we need to complete the script and we need to start filming. So there was no timeline as such. We've been doing it, I don't know.
Yeah. It's taken around 2.5 years to complete the entire thing. Because no, we don't worry. It was including the writing.
I'm really nosy, and I like to ask this question. What is the budget?
You see, I didn't ask that because I'm an actor. I wouldn't. Like you did.
It's a difficult question to answer. And if we really answer that question, I think our families
Might just disown us.
they would disown us completely. So let's not answer that question. We went way over budget, trying to make this dream realize, and let's keep it like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
like,
So you spend $15 million US.
Well, we'll have to do the conversion for that, but maybe I don't. For us, this was not 15 million. For us, it was all our hard-earned money over the years being put into one thing.
This cast that you've got, you have big names. I've got them written down. Holidays, Zakir Hussain, and Black Fridays, Pavan Malhotra.
You got it right.
Is that right? Yes. See, I've got confirmation. That's it, Chatterbox. Do you know what? Now you said yes. Every single one of you Chatterbox people who tell me that I'm saying it wrong, they told me I said it right, and I'm gonna carry that forever. Yeah. But yes, how did you?
Right.
How did that come across? How did you get the cast on board?
Okay, so basically, Zakir Hussain was somebody who we've admired his work for a long time. And when we wrote the film, there was a character, and he was somebody who we wanted to reach out to. And when we met him for the first time, we had never met before. Both of us had never met Mr. Zakir Hussain before. We met him for the first time. We narrated the film to him in about 15-20 minutes or something in short. And he said, interesting. I mean, that's about it.
Yeah.
No. He's forgetting one thing. There's a very sweet question he asked us. Do you have the money to pay me?
No, we don't.
And he said, okay, then don't talk to my manager, talk to me.
Talk to the money.
He was sweet enough to love the subject so much, or love the script so much, that he said, talk to me. Well, but the rest of the cast goes, especially Mr. Pavan Malhotra. I think he's been a very, very close friend since I did my first film in Telugu with him. That was both our first Telugu films.
Okay.
And,
wow.
Yeah, and he's been like an elder brother since. So all this, in fact, this entire film has been made with all our friends and family. Our entire friends and family is in this film.
So let's put it this way: it's a friends and family film made with friends and family for friends and family.
This is not really common in England and America, is motion posters. When we saw it, we were like, wow, because we're not so used to motion posters. We're used to the trailer, a theatrical trailer, then the movie. Motion posters. Could you tell us the idea behind your motion poster and just tell us a little bit more about that?
See, the idea was that, we don't have any big stars to speak of in our film. When we talk about big stars, it's like, like if you would have Tom Cruise, we don't have Tom Cruise out here. And we don't have the biggest stars of the Indian Hindi film industry. So the idea was always to tell the public or to tell our viewers that this is a film worth watching in cinemas. The canvas is big. There will be entertainment. It's not going to bore you. And it's going to be something different and unique. So just putting out a poster would have not done justice to it. We've been seeing a lot of motion posters, at least in the Hindi film industry and the Indian film industry on the whole. So that was our idea of coming out with it. And considering we have an in-house VFX team,
okay,
we could do that.
Yeah, and also I think with a poster, it's silent. Just one image, and when you make the poster move, and we are in the audiovisual medium. So when the poster talks to you in a very short span of time, I think it creates a little bit of more curiosity. you would want to see more. We can call it a mini trailer.
Hats off to you and the team. Beautiful. It was.
Last two things before you go. I would love to know which director inspired you to become a director, and which actor inspired you to become an actor as you are now. Let's go.
Okay, so it's a question which has been asked many times, and I have one answer to it. 2 words: Michael Bay.
Okay.
That's about it. Because the way his films look, the way his films are the narrative, the bigness, the way things that don't exist are shown is something which I've always been inspired from. And I think Flight has a little bit of that element in it, because something that you don't get to see around you is probably something you'll pay for at a cinema, something that will be worth spending 2 hours watching. And that is something I got from most of his films whenever I watch them, because I don't get to see Transformers walking around us most of the time. So yeah, I think Michael Bay, yes.
Okay.
It doesn't mean I'm a transformer in the film. Don't get him wrong. This is a public platform, and I want Mr. Bachchan was sweet enough. We had sent him a request. My wife had messaged him. We don't know him, but we had messaged him, requesting him to release our trailer and tweet about it. And he was so generous and kind that he did it. He actually put it out on Twitter.
Yeah, well, one evening we looked at our phones and there was a tweet from Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, and we went, "Whoa!"
I don't think I stopped crying that evening.
Yeah,
That was nothing. I don't know. Nothing can come close to that feeling. For it's like saying when God tweets himself.
Wow.
That's the way.
Wow.
Okay.
I love that. That's dope. Can you imagine? Wow.
True story.
Wow. See, I love that. So, this is Chatterbox fans. You are getting the exclusive.
We found his number from in fact, I stole his number from a friend's phone. But this was not recently. I stole it like 3 years ago.
3 years ago, yeah.
That someday when he calls me after watching the film, I should have his number. I cannot ask who is calling me.
What's his number?
I know. I was just about to say
What's his number?
me and P are just as bad as each other, because I was thinking the same thing. I was like, yo, I have a lot of films that I'd like to put out.
Oh, well, I've not been allowed access to his phone for the number so far yet.
Definitely.
And it's been released on the 19th of this month, correct?
Correct.
Is that worldwide or just in certain locations?
Basically, it's countrywide in India.
Okay.
Now, worldwide, I think not many cinemas are operating yet. We've tried getting in touch with them and trying to reach them, but I think they're not functional completely.
So I think when the world slowly opens up,
yeah,
and then we will probably get an opportunity to showcase our film in the rest of the world.
One heck of an interview. Thank you so much for your time. Both of you are incredible, and I cannot wait for more work. I cannot wait to mooch off of the fact that we got a chance to interview you. And when you guys are getting the awards and accepting the awards for this and that, trust me, I'm going to be saying that, yes, I was interviewing you and mooching all of your glory. I'm just letting you know from now on. When you go on your red carpets, you will see me on the corner just being like, I know them, we're friends. We've been friends for ages. But again, thank you. And thank you, Chatterbox fans. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment, because we want to do more of this. Definitely want to do more of this. We want to get you guys into the films just as much as we get you into the trailers.
Guys, you've seen our motion poster, you've seen our trailer. This film called Flight is a film about dreams, is a film about passion, it's a film about entertainment, it's a film about the big screen. Please go to the cinemas on 19th March, keeping the COVID protocols in mind, and do watch our film.
And don't forget to subscribe to Chatterbox, like, and hit the bell icon for notifications. Thank
You
you so
guys
much.
inspired me so much, and I'm like, this is for us. This is the start of our day. It's 9:18, and now I just want to do some stuff because that is to hear you guys do that, and just like not even just to do it off your own backs and to come together and make a company, but also to reach out to stars of numbers that you took like 3 years ago and stuff like this. Those are the stories. Those are the things from my point of view as an actor and talking to other actors. Those are the things that they're going to zoom in on the interview when they hear stuff like this, because I know that you both know you can't just be an actor or just a director anymore. You can't just be a writer or a singer anymore. You have to have a lot more strings to your bow. I'm excited about it. Thank you.
All right,
Thank
so-
you. Thank you, guys. Thank you for stopping by.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so
All right
much.
then. All the best.
Thanks again.
Bye for now.
You too. See you guys soon. Bye.